investment. In fact, the NICA is given the task on investment screening, that before foreign nationals will invest in our country, we sign a memorandum of agreement together with other departments that the NICA will conduct investment screening so that the DTI or other department will issue permit. Before they issue permit, the NICA is the one vetting on this company.
Yes, kasi I'll give you case in point, Mr. Chair, medyo hindi lang sa agriculture, hindi lang sa smuggling, kundi even sa mining. Di ba? May nahuli yung nasa ISAP custody pa, yung isang pretending to be Filipino. And then ISAP said, no, you're not Filipino. Who owns a mining company sa Palawan, under custody ho ngayon. So, dapat we have to be more aggressive to check out yung mga ganito kasi parang we're invaded now by our neighbor. Baka one day ho, pagising natin, our lives are on the hands of our neighbor, yung gustong umaga ho ng ating West Philippine Sea. So might as well really do your assignment carefully and study this. How do we prevent this?
Yes, Mr. Chair. We'll do that.
Sa National Security Council naman po, ano ho ang basa nyo rito? What is your assessment on this? I mean, nasa iba-ibang negosyo lang, hindi na lang sa power, sa industry, nandyan din ho sila sa other investments, kaya mining, logging. I mean, I know they're investing in our company, pero di ba medyo nakapagtataka, suddenly may upsurge, tapos iba involved pa sa illegal activities. Mabuti sana kung legitimate yung activity. Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Chair. We are aware of all of this, as you mentioned. Essentially, the NSC is a policy advisory body to the President. And our information basically comes from NICA as the source of our policy advisories. And we also have our National Intelligence Board to look into this. This is, I should say, still an ongoing process in coordination with other law enforcement agencies. And there have been actually, a bit of, ang tawag dito, yung may magandang resulta naman, sir, ang natin dito through the National Intelligence Board. So this is in coordination with different agencies.
Okay, siguro we have to be aggressive yung ating mga intelligence organizations. We'll be more aggressive to look into this kasi baka isang araw pagising natin, lahat na ho ng negosyo natin, controlled na ho ng kapitbahay ho natin. Wala na ho matitira naman sa mga baka mamaya isang araw, pati mga farmers natin puro mga Chinese national na ho. Wala na ho mga Pilipino. Sila na magte-take over. I mean, this is not really good, di po ba? Baka at the same time, nababalitaan naman ho natin yung mga may mga espionage na ho tayo dito, di ba? May mga nahuli na dati, taking pictures, etc. So, we really have to be careful and study this carefully while it's still early. Thank you po, Mr. Chair.
Before it's too late.
Exactly, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you. If we can get the position papers of the NICA and the National Security Council on the issue of national security and food security, because it's really a matter that we are concerned about, and we'd like to incorporate that in our committee report. In other countries, in fact, it may not be a nice example considering the circumstances, but I visited China many years ago, and as far as they're concerned, food security is national security. So, and Japan has a rice, how do you call it, buffer stock of 1 year. In other words, they will survive 1 year without importing rice because it's available. So hopefully we can, if both NICA and the National Security Council can submit. Yes, Mr. In fact, this morning the Director General already sent his letter, the position paper, and thank you. Please tell the Director General, maraming salamat.
And the position paper of NSC is right now being reviewed by the Secretary, and once he clears it, we will send it to you.
In fact, last week during the budget, for the information of Senator Erwin Tulfo, last week during the budget deliberations, I had a closed-door meeting with Secretary Gibo Teodoro precisely to express my concern about the national security implications of the smuggling, unabated smuggling in our country. Okay, we now proceed to Vigor Global. Okay, so Mr. Lawrence Ang, Mr. Jimmy Ting, are you here? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Ting, we received a letter from your lawyer, no? Sir. Apparently, some of the information that you shared with the committee were incorrect. No? For example, you said that the lessor of was still there, number 9, diba? Yeah, the tenant of freezer number 9 you said was still there, but apparently wala pala. No?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. We submitted lang the list of names ng nag-rent kasi sa amin.
Yes.
At that time, we submitted everything, and then only to find out sa huli na tapos na pala yung, expired na pala yung, ano niya, yung rental period ni 9.
Yes,
But we submitted everything po kasi, the 10 units po.
okay. But Mr. Lawrence Ang, the former owner, is he still leasing?
Yes, sa office space lang po.
Okay, so we should subpoena Mr. Lawrence Ang. Guy is willing to appear. He's just out of town. Okay, so we will have him called. Anyway, Mr. Ting, we did a check on your former lessees. We thank you for giving us the information. And apparently, and this is for the information perhaps of our law enforcement agencies, most of them are Chinese nationals and have left the country. There are some who may still be here, but in our coordination with the Bureau of Immigration for the information of Senator Tulfo, many of the lessors who are now missing engage the services of companies who petitioned, local companies, who petitioned for their issuance of a 9G visa. So we'd like to invite all these petitioner companies in the next hearing. I understand they have to go through the DOLE for their permits. And so we will share this information with the NBI. Hopefully you can give us also some information. Where is the list? We'll invite them, no? Yeah. So we will invite them in the next hearing. And the committee secretary is instructed to check on the members of the board or the president of the following companies: Superflow Supply Chain Technology, Linzin Trading Corporation, Ampro Imports Marketing Corporation, KMG Consultancy Services, SCWV Subic Clark, mali. Stone Asia, and Specialty Products Inc. So these companies were able to secure 9G visas for the individuals who were lessors of the warehouses of Mr. Ting, where the 100 million pesos worth of frozen meat products was confiscated in Kawit, Cavite, correct? So we will invite these companies and their officers and ask them where did their clients go. Again, I go back to our concerns about Chinese companies, Chinese nationals being involved in smuggling of agriculture products through our cost, through the facilitation of a number of government officials, including perhaps in the customs, at least circumstantial evidence is already present. And really, we need to get to the bottom of this. No? Okay. So, anything else? Oh, yes. Maybe request the BOC, no? What is the status of your investigation on Vigor Global? This was yeah, because you communicated to us that you were seeking some of the documents that we had.
You're the handling lawyer for that particular case is present today. May I invite you?
Please. Just for the information of the rest of our resource persons, Vigor Global was the warehouse that was raided by the NBI, if I'm not mistaken, or was it BOC? BOC in Kawit, Cavite, were about 100 million pesos worth of frozen meat. Were in cold storage facilities owned by Mr. Ting, and they were concealed. It was raided in May 31, 2024. DA, BOC, yun. And upon inspection by the BAI and the National Meat Inspection Service, some of the frozen products were unsuitable for human consumption. 98,000 kilos of 100 million pesos worth of meat. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Just as I am Attorney John Cedric Comon, one of the handling lawyers of the case filed, case supposed to be filed against Vigor, sir. As of this date, we have already drafted the complaint. However, considering that there is new information that arose last hearing from the testimony of Mr. Jimmy Ting, claiming that they are only lessors, we have taken the step to request for copies of the list of their lessees, Your Honor, to be included in the complaint affidavit that we will file against them, Your Honor.
Yeah, this is already 1 year and a half, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, do you have any timeline? May bagong dahilan na naman para dahilan, pero may bagong pangyayari para hindi ma-file agad.
Actually, Your Honor, we have already requested copies of the SEC registration of the lessees of Vigor, Your Honor. We are awaiting the copies of the SEC registration so that we can finally finalize the complete affidavit.
Yes, please keep us updated.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, may
Go ahead.
we will try to file the case by next week, Your Honor.
Sorry, go ahead.
We will try to file the case by next week once the SEC registration is given to us, Your Honor.
Yes, please do. No. Again, uulitin ko, when we started these hearings, it was in August. It's already December. Wala pa rin kasong nasasampa ang BOC at ang Anti-Economic Sabotage Council. Kailan ba mangyayari ito? Sana sa lalong madaling panahon. There is, I think, sufficient evidence to warrant the filing of cases. I understand sa PACO, meron ng development doon, no? Frozen 8. So, di dapat pati yung Frozen 8 sa yung ano. Okay. Sige, we will, unless there are other questions.
No, Mr. Chair,
Administrative matter.
doon po sa Bureau of Customs and then siguro sa Anti-Economic Sabotage Council, napakabagal naman po eh. It's unacceptable. Kaya paulit-ulit ko ito. We need to do something about this. Dapat to may masampulan dito. Ito na ho, nailatag na ho yung mga ebidensya. Wala pa ho tayo naka-file na kaso. Eh, may problema ho tayo. Either hindi ho ninyo ginagawa ang trabaho ninyo. Eh, kagaya ho yan. We really have to, para meron hong madala, masampulan. Kasi habang wala ho kayo nakakasuhan, habang wala po napapakulong sa mga ito, paulit-ulit lang ito, Mr. Chair. They keep on doing this over and over. Eh, hindi ho talaga titigil. Kailangan siguro, lalo niya sa onions na yan, alam naman ho natin na, alam niyo, pinpointed ko sino mga kasabwat dyan, sino mga on the take, na mga tiga BOC dyan. Pagkatapos dito sa mga broker, alam naman din ho nila yan. So, I urge po the agencies concerned, the Bureau of Customs, ito rin ho Anti-Economic Sabotage Council, to do something about it, Mr. Chair, para may masample na matuldukan na ho ito.
Thank you, Senator Erwin. Just to acknowledge the presence, of course, of Assistant Executive Secretary Cañero, representing Executive Secretary Ralph Recto. Just for your information, last night I made a manifestation, a proposed amendment, a special provision that the AAESC budget of 500 million will be sourced from the contingency fund, so that it can be made available. And please, Senator Recto is my textmate, so we've been texting each other about this. So hopefully, magkaroon na kayo ng pondo at maisulong. Who is replacing Secretary Decgo? Meron na ba? Wala pa.
Mr. Chair, as of the moment, we are still waiting for the guidance from the President.
I hope you have a appointment soon. A replacement soon. Otherwise, maantala na naman yung ating efforts, no?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, and I hope that whoever is appointed will share our concern about, the rampant smuggling that needs to be addressed. Okay, so, yes, thank you. With that, we'd like to thank Senator Erwin Tulfo, and this hearing of some administrative matters. Ms. Gubaton, kindly submit your affidavit filed with the Bureau of Customs and all attached annexes. Is that okay, Ms. Gubaton? Where are you? And we are requesting the OSAA to escort Mr. San Andres to the detention room of the Senate. There being no other matters, this hearing of the Committee on Agriculture, Food and Agrarian Reform is suspended. Thank you very much.